Well, YouTube, here goes nothing. Just gonna do a quick tabletop style backyard review and backyard field test, if you will, for ESEE-5 by Randall's Adventure and Training. Now, a couple things first to point out is that this is just it's a huge knife. It's a huge knife. Let's set this back down over here and we'll set it on there so you can see it kind of in the background. From the manufacturer's website, excuse the wet paper, it's a snowy and rainy day here. Right up there, I'll let you peep at that quick and then I'll just read it off basically from their website right up there. This knife is overall 11 inches in length from back here to the tip. The blade length itself is 5.25 inches. The thickness, it is a full 1/4 inch thick. And this is a heavy knife. On their website as well, weight of the knife only is 1 pound or 16 ounces, which is a very hefty feel to it. It is produced by, you can see that there, Rowan Manufacturing. I believe they're out in Idaho, United States. What else do we got here? It is a textured powder coat finish. It is a saber grind knife. You can kind of see the good angle there. So there's that. The handles come from the factory, from them, with these micarta handles, which is kind of a fibrous style of a handle. Not quite like G10, but still very nice, very grippy. Included in that handle, they give you a bow drill divot, so you can make your bow drill and hold it for your spindle, which is kind of nice little feature. Again, here at the back you can see the glass breaker, which is super nice, and the model or the serial number back here on the very end of the knife. One of the features, I'd say advantages to one of these style knives, is that it's not a stainless, it's a 1095 high carbon steel. Now, which means it can take a really decent field sharpening, and it's not going to be too brittle. You're going to be able to absolutely beat it to death. And what that also means is that up here on their label, their ESEE-5 name, the ESEE-5, the entire blade right here, and their manufacturing specs and stuff on this side, they're all going to be subject to rust if you don't, including the glass breaker on the end. You're going to be subject to rust, so you got to take care of that with either a Tough Glide or some kind of dry lube silicone, or I'm sorry, some kind of dry lube metal protectant. Tough Glide has always been recommended from what I've seen. And so it also does come with this Kydex sheath. Kydex and all thermoplastics I think are really nice. It snaps in really well. They provided some really nice rivets and a belt clip. The belt clip is not Kydex, but that's not really necessary. Metal belt clip. And then they also gave you the slide lock feature where you can slide it up and really lock it into place. Or just be able to pull out, and even without it locked into place, it's not going to pop out on you. A couple other things about the knife is that it is really a thick knife. Again, just a thick knife. And that handle, being that it is micarta and about 1/4 inch thick of both of those, either makes it almost 3/4 inches if I'm not mistaken at the handle width here. There's also some dimpling up on the edges here, little thumb grooves, if you will. kind of a nice little feature. Really help you choke up on it and get some use out of it, further use. You can even put your finger up here. I only recommend that with gloved use only. Always be careful of your fingers. And this is actually a friend of mine's knife, and I'm going to show you my new knife, which is the exact same thing with a few other features that I wanted out of it. And being that it's brand new, I'm going to give a little test here. And put that away. Now this is my knife. Now it's the same kind of Kydex sheath wrapped up in there, but I took a double kangaroo holster from a local military surplus store here, put an Altoid survival kit in there, another small knife, and in there I'll have basic first aid and fire starting capabilities, maybe some fishing lines, fishing hooks. I also got back here a paracord lanyard with fire steel, a wooden dowel, and a magnesium bar, which are really nice features. That fire steel kicks off about I can't remember, it's 3,000 degrees, but it's a very nice little fire steel toggle that I found online. Well, with mine too, I did add an extra retention strap out of Velcro, but it is the same Kydex sheath. From the website, from places you can order it, you can get the Molly back version, and it's like $20 or $40, and then you can also get an additional pouch for the front. But I decided to do my own instead of spending the extra $60 to make it a little bit more functional. I added my own Molly strap, like I said, kangaroo pouch, double kangaroo pouch, for around $11. And one of the things you notice right away before you even pull it out is that it's bright orange. And you can see this is a great example of a full tang blade. The metal of the blade goes all the way through the handle. It's not cropped down to accommodate a handle. The handles are slabs, or scales if you will, that are slapped on the sides. Now, when compared to the other knife that I was just showing you, there it is. In comparison to the other knife that I was just showing you, Blaze Orange, love that. The handle is custom from the Knife Connection. The Knife Connection's got these really cool G10 scales as an upgrade to make it a little bit more comfortable for your hand. You can kind of see there, kind of flexes out in the middle. It's a lot more comfortable. I really like it. I decided to spend the money on the upgrade. One of the other things you'll start noticing right away as well is the Blaze Orange finish, and that was only also available from the Knife Connection. I'm not affiliated or sponsored with him in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to give a small shout out to him. He was very nice over the last couple months, and it did take me a couple months to save up for this knife. Took the time to answer my questions and put it together for me basically just like this. I got the Blaze Orange instead of the new Venom Green, and black handles to kind of subdue it, kind of make it a little more hidden when not in use. So, I mean, kind of like that. You really don't see too much of it, but you still kind of find it if it's locked in the sheath. But if you're out there using it and drop it out in the woods for a rescue or survival style knife, I'd rather have a bright color that I could find in low light scenarios and situations rather than a tactical dark OD black, whatever you want to call it, style, where you drop that thing and you don't have light going on, you could really lose it. So put that guy away and the sheath away, and what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to break her in. I've been looking forward to this day for a couple weeks now, ever since I got it. We're going to put her through some logs here and smaller stuff, bigger stuff, show you a little chopping, maybe a little slicing with it, as well as batoning. And pretty much wrap it up because it's a snowy, rainy, cold day, April day, 2013. So let's just move over here just a little bit, make sure you can still see everything just fine. Looks like my fire went out. Little coffee can fire. Oh. First test I'm going to put it through. I got a standard 2x4 here. Just going to see how well cracks through this thing. And again, you can just tell. I mean, for how wide the blade is too, it is 1.56 inches wide. And 2x4s these days aren't 2x4s, if you didn't know, but just get it through some dry wood, see if I can get that fire going again. Let's give it a test here. Here goes nothing. Brand new knife. That went pretty smooth. This thing is so heavy, it's almost more like a hatchet. Got some definite weight to it. Wow. So far I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. Now from the manufacturer, and if you're looking at this video, maybe you're already interested or have purchased your own ESEE-5, but I am impressed. I've seen these things straight out of the factory, and I can tell you right now too, straight from the manufacturer, if this thing is shave sharp, it'll take the hair off your arm just by grazing it over a little bit. And that's kind of a nice feature that the factory actually sends it to you ready to go. You know, ready to do anything you might need to do with it. Quick. I'll go ahead and use some of this paper here. And get it going again. So wet out today. Now, some of you might not like or not appreciate the Blaze Orange, but again, I chose mine because, well, it's just me. I really like Blaze Orange. I like orange and black are really complementary colors to each other, in my opinion. And again, I'm not looking for a tactical knife when we're talking about a survival knife. I don't need it to be black and blend in. Situations where I might drop it or be using it and set it down, I want to be able to find it. Oh, it's just wet. Well, I'm going to put my fire out. That fire going here for a little warmth. That's just your 2x4. I don't think this is going to go at all. Well, anyway, let's see if that kicks up. do some other cutting with this. Hate to do it, but gotta break it in somehow. See that right? First, I think I'm gonna go with a probably a 1-inch super green piece of wood here. See what it does for some cutting. Look at them bits. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Maybe a little bit more with a little thicker piece of wood. Well, twice the same size.